right. So, recap. Starting with session 6. For funsies, I realize I can't. Come on. Well, I want to try and share my screen, but I can't get to the button. There we go. There it is. Session 6. Here we go. All right. Where's my... recap. The party began their Prismari trial by being transported to the outer plane of Sigil, the walkway between worlds. With little information to guide them, they chose to begin their journey back to Strixhaven by diving into a sapphire-colored portal. Arriving at a cliff face flanked by rushing rivers, the party saw 2 possible portal options, lime and indigo. Finding also some unique and intriguing plants, Delta attempted to harvest some pink mushrooms, only to offend and enrage some tree spirits who turned immediately hostile.
Oops.
The party quickly, but not without a couple of detours, made their way to the indigo-colored pool. Along the way, they learned of some special skills from their compatriots, the lightning-fast Bank, the protective Mayhem, and the secretive Sirs. MacGruber used a series of skills with his homunculus servant Piper to harvest some other special plants, but eventually you all made your way forward. As you skipped through portals, Ovi and Sirs helped the group bypass a frost giant by distracting and restraining him. You bounced through the plane of Limbo. You decided not to continue through the desolate plane of Pandemonium, a magenta portal that Garrett confidently chose, and did not investigate a small lit dome nearby before returning to Limbo and instead moving into the plane of Fire. Ultimately, it was Indigo to move first into a navy-colored pool, leading the group back out into the presence of the Prismari deans and professors. She won a gold ticket for arriving first, and the party was dismissed for the afternoon. Indigo spent the afternoon exploring Conjurette Hall, and then you went to the Biblioplex to research a little bit more about Quandrix, which I texted you about. Yes?
Yep.
So feel free to share that as you wish. Delta and Sirs had a frank conversation about the pinprick in his finger. He graciously offered space to Delta and he and Viric's dorm room to give her an alternative to her unsafe living arrangement. Sirs claimed no knowledge of Kithri's presence or plan and appeared surprised when Delta revealed her suspicions. He was surprised to hear Delta's concerns about Viric, claiming to have observed him to be an industrious and friendly. Sirs made no attempt to disguise his annoyance with Garrett. Ovi and Garrett had a conversation over a drink, spied on by Hattie and Chessie. Garrett shared about his past experience with Sirs, describing him as selfish, a con man, sociopathic, and not to be trusted. MacGruber sought out a bulletin board at the Bozin Tavern and found an artificers club he's interested in joining, and Indigo planned to spend some time researching information on Quandrix College before the evening. Party has the afternoon and evening free before being expected at Quandrix College in the morning for your next trial. There's one thing I want to do, and then I'm curious how you would like to spend the afternoon and evening. We can do whatever you want, and when you're done, we'll just move forward to the following morning. But let's go to the Biblioplex. So after you leave, after Indigo leaves Prismari campus, as you go in, you enter the grand hall space. You see the different robots that are running around on wheels, shelving and reshelving books. And as you eventually find your way to the history of the school, you see a somewhat familiar face of Lorene Arneza, the green-haired, broody brainiac, at a table surrounded by a pile of books.
Hi, sorry to interrupt you. My name's Indigo Mountain Twirl. What are you studying?
Yeah, I know you. You're friends with Ovi.
Yes.
I think we are too.
Straight, sorry.
I think we are. At least I think he would think we are.
Yeah, he's
I don't know.
really friendly
I had dinner at his house. I grew up with him.
Oh, okay.
So, his parents apparently have sex for a living or something.
Oh.
But like really professionally, and I guess that's okay.
Yeah, no judgment. That's cool that you knew each other growing up.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, has he had sex with you?
no.
Okay. He hasn't sex with me either.
Well, he's not the same person as his parents, I'm sure.
I mean, I guess that's fair.
Anyways, I heard you talking about some like big questions that you had that you wanted to learn the answers to while you're at school. What kind of things are you looking for?
You see her surrounded by, these are old books. You see several books that she's reading also have to do with the history of the school. The book that she's reading now seems to be some history of Witherbloom campus specifically. And she looks at you somewhat suspiciously. She says, "You want to know what I'm studying right now?"
Yeah, some of it.
Well,
Just want to know everything that I can.
so, most people don't believe me when I talk about this, but I believe that there is ample evidence to support the existence of the negative plane. And most mages out in the multiverse think it's ridiculous, and I have been mocked and made fun of relentlessly, but I am sure that it is real. And I believe that Bellatrix Witherbloom was the first to actually discover its existence, and I believe the school has done everything in its power to hide that fact. And I believe that even having a professor from the negative plane is just meant to placate those of us that think it's real.
Which
But
professors from the negative plane?
well, supposedly Witherbloom has a professor from the negative plane, but without us being able to explore it, no one can really verify its existence. So if it exists, the school has gone to great lengths to hide whatever portal or entrance, which is so hypocritical in my mind because we're allowed to go to every other plane of existence except that one.
So why do you think they're hiding it?
I don't know. I mean, if it exists, it would be inhospitable to any living being. It's the negative plane. You would virtually die instantly, trying to cross into it.
So why are you interested in it?
Because I think that is being hidden from us. And I think we have a right to know. And especially at a school of magic, I think it is inappropriate. I think it's blasphemous that they wouldn't allow us to study something if it exists.
Yeah. So in your studyings of Witherbloom, have you found any information, anything about like a talisman of the sphere, sphere of annihilation, like Rapax and Nanis or something?
Oh.
The Rapax Ananis.
Yeah, have you heard of
You
it?
know, I read about that. That's one of the Statera Opus, right? One of the 5 pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the gift given to Bellatrix Witherbloom from Tanazir Quandrix. It was this incredible legendary item that was supposed to, but no one really knows what it did, but it granted the wearer some kind of incredible power. Mm-hmm. But I mean, first of all, there's very few references of it in anything that I have read. But even if it does exist, it seems to have been lost to history.
Yeah.
What do you know
and
about
I
it?
Both know it's probably not lost forever.
I mean, if the character of the leadership of the school has anything to say about it, of course they would try to hide something that is beyond, the touch of us regular people. Of course they would do that. Of course they would.
Well, I want to find it.
How do you know about that? That's a really obscure. I mean, I have studied a lot about Bellatrix Witherbloom.
Yeah, it's just something I came across on my
You
way
just came across it?
here. Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, where do you think it could be we know it's still here. Do you want to help work with me and find it?
Make a persuasion roll. Given all that you have shared with her, I think you've piqued her interest, but I want to see what she says.
I should have warmed this up a little bit. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22. 22
If you want to do it old school.
There you go. You could do old
I don't
school.
know what to add to it.
If it's
at the
bad, you
moment.
can't blame
Here, what's
me.
your do you know your charisma
I don't.
modifier? Yeah, I might be able to
Here we
look it
go.
up here real quick.
It's coming up.
I wonder if I'm asking a lot of this Wi-Fi right now.
Yeah, we all show up and it's like, how many devices?
Right?
Hold on. Persuasion. That's a skill.
Persuasion, yeah. You got it?
17.
17.
Nice.
She hesitates when she looks at you. Fascinated that you have not belittled her for looking into the negative plane. I'm also very impressed that you know of this very obscure thing on campus. She says, okay, yeah, I'll help you look for a little bit.
Cool. Yeah, let's research it and come back together soon so we can talk about what we figured out. And maybe then I'll remember where I heard about it from.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, should we just meet here tomorrow
Yeah.
and just see how far we got?
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. It was nice to meet you, Lorene.
I think it was nice to meet you too.
All right. See you tomorrow. Good luck with your trials.
Okay. And you continue on to read about your Quandrix lore, which in the Quandrix lore that you would have read, it's everything that I told you. If you want, make an investigation roll just to see if you would stumble across any reference to
17.
17. I will say that you do find a book tucked way in the back that does mention the creation of 5 legendary items known as the Statera Opus, and they, but more about the history of how they were made and gifted. Not really any progress made to where their current whereabouts would be.
Okay. I would still like to know how they were made.
Okay. I will have to write that
Learn
out.
that? Okay.
Sandersons, y'all doing okay? I know.
Yeah, I don't know why. Our camera was literally working and then just decided to stop working, so I've been logging out and logging back in to see if I can fix it, but it seems like a no-go, so
I'm sorry.
it's fine.
Okay. Let's talk about what else you want to do, where else you want to go. So if we were to capitalize on this afternoon, Garrett and Ovi are having drinks with Hattie. You've had a conversation with Sirs. You're in the Biblioplex, and you are looking at a bulletin board in Bozen Tavern. So 4 of you are in Bozen Tavern right now. I'm not sure completely where you ended up or where you were heading. I know at one point you wanted to chat with Indigo.
And Garrett.
And Garrett.
So I would have probably gone to her.
I'm heading back to the dorms to make sure that Javi isn't getting into too much crap again.
I probably would have headed to the tavern to chat with my roommate first.
Okay.
After I had my conversation with Sirs.
Great. So as Ovi and Garrett finish their drinks, Ovi, you catch Macklin looking at the bulletin board. Did you want to go and scout that out yourself? Do you want to share what you're looking for and go ahead and tell us what you find? Seth came up with the coolest idea. I'm going to let him make this cameo.
So, Obi's going to wander over to the board as well and just look at the announcements, hoping to see anything about music auditions, anything like band related. And runs across, apparently, looks like each of the schools kind of have their own music scene, typically, but there is this one sort of independent dance-looking band, very kind of fiery vibes that looks appealing to him, so he's going to audition for that.
As fate would have it, they are looking for a lute player And they are holding auditions next week. And there is also an announcement there posted that a Battle of the Bands is coming up.
Oh. Okay.
Which is incentivizing the bands to make sure that they are fleshed out.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm assuming, is there like a slip of paper I need to take, or like how does that work in a
So there's actually, I know we said you tore a slip of paper for your Artificers Club. The Artificers have mounted in Bo's Inn Tavern this board. If you write your name on it, it magically sends your name to the person that it needs to. So it's almost like a sending stone. So like you wrote it, and then it just appears on their thing. So you can expect them to follow up with both of you with your respective interest in those items shortly, and we can figure out how soon to do that. The Artificers Club first meeting would be next week as well. So after the trials, some of these extracurriculars you are welcome to. I will also throw on there, since you're looking at the bulletin board, Mage Tower teams, so basically this version of Quidditch, is also holding tryouts, if any of you would like, next week. And there are a number of clubs. I will let you get creative. If you do decide to join a club, I will find a way to make it useful to you, either socially, magically, or other. So let me know what you might be interested in to fill your spare time. As Delta arrives at Bo's End, you see Garrett. You're heading back to campus, so you do run into Garrett, but not Indigo.
That's okay.
Okay?
Garrett, can I talk with you?
Hey. Yeah, I just got done talking to Obi. What's up?
How was Obi?
He's just, love Obi. Great guy.
Let me start with this. Great guy.
He's just so he's just very curious, always curious, so he was just asking me a bunch of questions about, about things I knew and what's going on, and he's just always trying to search for stuff, very just inquisical.
Are you familiar with fucking friendship, my guy?
Actually,
yeah, he seems a lot better than that fucknut Geordie, am I right?
Hey, I'm still Team Geordie over here, okay? I'm the only one remaining, but no, it was good.
Anyway,
it was nice to talk to him.
Yeah, hi. So,
What's new with you? What's up?
can you tell me about Sirs?
Why is everyone asking me about Sirs all of a sudden?
I thought you didn't like him. It's been pretty
I
obvious.
don't like him.
Yeah, but
I don't.
Well, he asked me to be his roommate. I could stay with him because, Kid 3 is sucking blood, taking
Wait.
blood, whatever.
Did he say anything about me?
No, but do I need to be worried? What's going on? What's wrong with you? Why would he be talking about you? Why don't you like him? I need to be in the know.
I'm just worried that he recognizes me. He is just a traveling grifter. He just cons people out of money and goods, and he came through my town once and just completely almost stole everything from us.
So
we were in shambles.
You don't think I'd be safe to stay with him and his roommate Varric?
I don't know. It just always seems like he has some ulterior motive.
What's your motive?
My motive is to not get robbed by Sirs again, because I know what this guy's capable of.
Yeah,
and
why would you think he warned me about you? You seem like a pretty cool dude. So does Sirs, though.
Wait,
Who doesn't seem
warn?
cool?
I didn't say anything about warning. I'm just worried he knows he recognizes me, because he's been looking at me ever since I've been here. And I feel like he recognizes me. And I'm just trying to stay out of his way.
Oh, okay. What do you know about Vieric? Anything?
Oh, I don't even know who that guy is.
He's the emo guy. You know, with the swoopy hair?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know anything about him.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't trust her. You can, I mean...
But I don't,
you can if you feel like you want to, like...
We're all trying to be
I'm
friends.
not trying to tell you what to do.
We're all trying to be friends, and I don't feel comfortable leaving anyone alone with Kithri. So maybe if you try and find someone else to stay with, and that I have a roommate, you know, and they were roommates, and yeah.
Okay.
But maybe we just stay together again tonight?
I mean, I didn't even see if Kithri was there. Like, because she wasn't there last night.
Well,
maybe
she's like a snake. You never know.
Yeah. I just don't know if we're safe somewhere else either. Because she's pricking fingers left and right, it seems like.
She is pricking left and right.
She's just pricking.
Yeah,
She's just going in rooms, prick, leave.
You're right.
So
Okay.
honestly, maybe that means she'll leave us alone because she kind of already pricked us.
That's true. You got a point. Okay, well, I'm going to go find Indigo because I know she doesn't like Vieric, and I also need to know why. Thanks for giving me the little information that you did. Appreciate you.
Thanks for literally nothing.
Anytime.
I would try and catch up to Indigo, and if that happens, cool. If not, cool.
Okay. Well, we can eventually... we're all going to end back.
I would
right?
say I would talk to her next time I saw her about Vieric.
Okay,
So.
sounds good. As you all... Hattie, what are you doing after you got virtually nothing from Ovi and Garrett's conversation? If you're not doing anything specific, then I can move forward with what I was going to do next.
I mean, you do you, man.
Okay. So as you all leave the Bow's End Tavern, Delta and Hattie, you notice that each other's there. And as you're kind of hovering over the heads of everybody, flying up to you rather quickly is... Drum roll,
To
please.
Hattie and I?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Is a giant wasp.
No.
How big we talking?
Our size?
As big as you are. So 12 inches-ish tall, but it flies up to you and then just sits there and hovers looking at both of you.
Hattie, have you seen this before?
Can we help you?
In a voice you both recognize, out of the mouth of this wasp, you hear, "Finally, there you two are." It is a woman you would know as Grandbella, and a woman you would know as Grandmother Bells. Looks back and forth and said, "Finally, this ridiculous ruse that your parents insisted on is over, and we can get down to business."
Hi, Grandbella. Why are you a what?
Silly girl, I'm not the wasp. I'm speaking through the wasp to you. Now, I do only have a limited amount of time, and I would like to update...
Wait. So you're just gonna fly in here and be like, "Oh, I'm so glad this is over. Why didn't you tell us?"
You know what? You're right. Why not? Your parents were ridiculous, and I should never have gone along with this.
This is not an answer that works for me. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. Like, you're right is actually not what I was looking for out of this conversation.
Are you through?
Delta looks to Hattie and just says, "Let's just hear her out. We can be mad later."
I'm listening, but I want the record to show that I'm not having this. okay?
Noted. Now, I would like a report on your respective assignments, which are far more dire and important than your feelings. So please, what is it that you have to say?
A report on our findings? Grandbella, we've been here like 2 days.
Yes.
Yeah, we just got here.
What do you, like...
Oh, wait, hey, you know that lady that tried to kill us in the woods with all the blood? That tried to shoot you and my dog in my very first thing in order to devastate my life? Remember that character? Well,
Yes.
she's here.
The halfling girl. The were-raven.
Gran, I'm rooming with her.
She's... Hattie, of course she's there. Why do you think I arranged it?
You arranged what?
To get her to Strixhaven so you could follow her to whoever's behind these ridiculous rituals.
What? So then what am I
What were you going to do following her out in the wilderness to nowhere? She's an idiot. She's a pawn.
Gran, you know she's the one that opened up the thing, right? And then the demigoth came out, right? Isn't that what I'm supposed to find?
As coincidental as those two events might have been, I'm fairly confident that those are unrelated. But you say that... So what has she told people, Hattie? Has word gotten out about what she's done?
She's not telling people anything. She's just being creepy as shit and pricking everybody's fingers and drinking everybody's blood and pouring blood out of all of her orifices and smiling like a fucking creep.
Yeah. I mean, if I was into dark rituals, she would be a great pawn, because she keeps her mouth shut. Okay. Well, at least
okay, but like,
there's
what
containment.
is she doing?
Okay.
Are we concerned?
Of course we're concerned.
Are the giants getting
What are
out
we
because
gonna do
of blood
about
magic?
it?
Why do you think I sent you here?
Oh, good Lord, Gran. I think you've putting a lot on our shoulders right now. I can barely get through a trial.
Well,
You're really
you haven't
concerned
reached your
with
Witherbloom
the-
trial yet.
Yeah,
These
I
other ones
know,
are irrelevant.
I know.
That's a meeting.
The good news is it seems that the information is contained.
What information?
Keep on her. She is not done
Gran, what,
yet.
Hattie Gran, what information about Kid 3?
She...
Blood magic? Like, we already all know that. She's bloody from head to toe.
This ritual...
Also, hey, Graham, does any of this matter if she fucking levels Strixhaven?
She
Have
can't
we
level
done the
Strixhaven.
cost benefit on that?
She can't level Strixhaven. She's got help. I'm not interested in the pawn. I'm interested in who's pulling the strings.
Right, but if they're pulling the strings and they're connected to her and she's next to me, do you understand that that's dangerous?
What do you think I've spent your entire life teaching you to do but defend yourself? You're a huntress. Hunt. Don't just go out blazing and scare all of the prey away.
Gran, so I need to figure out who Kid 3 works for.
Actually, I need you to figure out who the demigoth Titan might be connected to.
Well,
And I understand you've been there 2 days, but surely there are powerful people that you are coming into contact with. It is heading towards Strixhaven.
Oh my god.
The patron has to be there.
and we don't think this has anything to do with blood magic.
It seems unlikely.
So you think that they're going to listen to two people who just arrived on the scene versus listening to you, a seasoned, weathered old woman who knows what she's talking about? Why don't you make a phone call?
Hattie, you have not been in Strixhaven long enough to understand my voice is not appreciated at this school.
Why?
Because my 3 older brothers, well, at least the 2 oldest, like to run the show.
Wait, who are your brothers?
Velomachus and Shadrax are far more concerned with the growth and elevation of this school. It's always been important to them. What I want and care about has always been life and the cycles of it and studying it. And so I protect my corner, my piece of the pie, my corner of the world. And I could not have picked two better lieutenants than a shepherdess and a huntress, one who nurtures life and one who knows how to continue the cycle. I need you to work together. If Strixhaven goes down, my college goes down too. I don't care about these other ones, but I care about ours.
During this monologue, I whip out Oreos and peanut butter, and Hattie and I have ourselves a stress treat.
During this monologue, can we make eye contact?
Yeah, 100%.
What in the fuck is she going on about?
I don't know, but what are we supposed to do about this?
I don't know, but she's already mad at us for not doing the thing that we don't know how to do or that we're supposed to do. These are really good, by the way.
Yeah, aren't they? I'm so glad that ties us together, but like, I'm so fucking confused.
Same.
Okay. I break eye contact and Gran can continue on.
You'll remember that Gran Bella gave you the contact lenses.
Yes.
So she looks at both of you and she's like, I hope that was productive. I will check in soon and I expect a better report than this. And while you can't read any emotion on the wasp, she does end with a, remember, you are daughters of Witherbloom.
Any chance I overhear this conversation?
No, they are out of sight. I believe you're capable of this.
Great.
And you see the wasp kind of come to as whatever possession happened leaves, and it just and it
shit.
flies away.
That's what's been pricking me.
Okay.
Okay.
Hattie.
Wow.
I guess
We're
I'm
gonna
going to start trying to track Kithri.
Yeah, I guess I'll start researching demigoths. At least see
I
if
mean, can you do that? You do books and I do tracking? Because, I mean, that sounds like a really good idea, but it doesn't feel like the best use of the things that I'm good at.
Yeah, I can do that. Or should we just like keep this to ourselves for a minute?
I mean, it sounds kind of crazy, and also, what are we even going to say? So probably, yeah.
Hi, there's a big demigoth headed for Strixhaven, and
Yeah.
we don't know why. Also, Kithri likes blood, and we also don't know why.
Yeah, also, we're not even worried about Kithri. Anyway, thanks. Yeah, I don't think that's going to go well. Let's keep this to ourselves.
Okay.
Hattie, when she keeps saying the word demigoth titan, that is a completely foreign reference to you.
Oh, great. Hey, what's a demigoth titan?
It is. I don't even know how to describe it. I saw it, right?
Yes.
It is large.
It's more than large. It
Gigantic.
would I know that it feeds on suffering life forms?
Yes.
Okay.
I think Gran Bella told you that.
Okay. It's this giant, disgusting looking beast that just like, I don't know, feeds on suffering things, and it has to be bound to someone who hasn't paid their dues.
I don't like that.
And I guess it's heading for here, and you know, before I came here, Gran told me, I mean, we saw it, and then she told me about it at the ball where I saw Bracken for the first time, and he thought I was you, and then that was something, and that's, you know.
Oh, wait. So many questions. First of all, no, actually, let's just jump right in. Tell me about the ball and Bracken.
Yeah, Gran, I kind of forget what the ball was for, but I went. What was the ball for?
Bracken returned. It was his
yeah.
presentation
Okay,
to
yeah.
the
So
back to the Orchidshire.
It was Bracken's return, to Orchidshire, where I grew up. In case you didn't know, that's where I've been for 18, 19 years. And anyway, I have a sister, so that's where I've been. And Bracken came up to me, and Granabella was there, and also those two ugly creatures that we've seen, Dean Osmagod were there, and Grimhild.
So, I don't think anyone but you has seen Osmagod. Grimhilda was the Vulture Dean at Lorehold.
Okay. Either way, both of them were there, and Bracken came up to me and was, asking me if I have it under control, and asked me about all the shenanigans we got up to, but it obviously wasn't me. I kind of thought I was blacking out or had memory issues, and or Bracken was crazy, because it sure seemed like it. And then you came, and then that all made a lot of sense, because you guys were actually up to the shenanigans. So, does that answer your question?
No, because it kind of feels like you're leaving out a lot of stuff. Like, did something happen with Bracken?
No, he just, I haven't seen Bracken. We grew up together, and then he was gone for a long time.
Okay, but at the ball, he didn't say anything, or you guys didn't do anything?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Okay. Just wondering.
And if we,
not that I care. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Oh yeah, no. No. If you want that, go for
no,
it.
No. Forget I even. That was weird. Why don't you even say that?
No.
Okay, so this big giant Demogorgon. So that's really crazy. So it's coming here, but we can't do anything about it. But allegedly we can.
Correct.
Yada yada. Connected to someone with suffering, but we don't know who.
It's pretty much, there's a powerful pact surrounded. I don't know who they're coming for, or who summoned them, or who they're bound to, but before we left, that's kind of, I think, why Gran wanted me to come.
And how do we think that Kithri fits into this?
Gran sounds like she doesn't think that she does. I kind of, learning about blood magic, I kind of thought that that Kithri was the one that ripped open this tear in the earth where this Demigoth.
I watched her rip open a tear in the earth that something came out of from the negative plane.
Was it giant?
No, it was a professor dude.
Oh.
Yeah, and she told me that I have to preserve Witherbloom, and that's my mission here. I don't know what that means or how I'm supposed to do that, but yeah, this professor walked out of the negative plane, and they were palling around about it and acting like I'm gonna save everything, but I still don't even understand what we're supposed to be doing.
Wait, so there is a negative plane?
It seemed like it when I watched Kithri rip a hole into it and a dude walk out of it.
And the Kithri and the professor were talking? Not Gran and the professor?
Kithri ripped it open, and then Gran and I were like, whoa, what the fuck? And these things were coming out of it like a portal to hell. And then this dude walked out and was like, hey, it's me, the professor guy, and he was palling with Gran because they know each other.
Do you remember the professor's name? Should we be concerned?
Yeah, it's it's something with card. Hang on, let me find it.
What it looks like?
It's a fissure opened and someone came out. His name is Professor Spade of Threes. It's maybe their name. I'm not sure that they had a gender. I do apologize.
A spade of threes?
I think I want to give you inspiration for that. That's the nicest, most woke thing Hattie said this whole campaign.
How accommodating.
But hold on, holy shit! Do you think Kithri is good? Like, is she trying?
No, okay, let me know that I have my notes, my wits about me. Let me tell you what happened. Okay. We walk into this tree. There's all these weird-ass omens in the forest. And so they wake me up in the middle of the night and they're like, oh my god, we gotta go. What?
You and Gran in the forest?
Yeah, and my dad, who's kind of hot, I think. And Bracken was with us.
Oh.
Why was that important?
Oh.
Why was that?
How did Bracken get
Your
there?
Which part? The hot dad part?
Yeah.
He is kind of hot. Like, I don't know.
That's
Yeah,
so
they're
wise that
adding-
you just objectively
I mean,
know
you've
that.
seen the
So
pictures Jimmy has generated. My dad is hot.
Everybody is.
Anyway, so we go into the woods. There's this like tree with a door in it, and there's this like creepy ass chanting. And I like knocked on the door, and I was like, "Hello, what's going on?" And they were like, "Don't come in!" And I was like, "Okay, but like, are you doing a bad thing?" And they were like, "Yes!" And there were 4 Kenkus, and they were making this potion.
Kinkus?
And then I don't remember what happened to them. But then Kithri came out, and we
To
were
the
like
tree.
trying to set the tree on fire and try to do things to interrupt this ritual because obviously you don't have a voice like that if you're doing a good thing. I tried to burn the tree down. We tried to like stop the ritual, and I don't remember them being there anymore. They went away, I guess. But she just kept chanting and doing the ritual. And then she tried to kill us. And then we got her on really low health, I think, if I'm being honest, pat ourselves on the back. She almost killed Gran. She almost killed Chessie. And then she just like left and did her like creepy smile shit and then turned into a were-raven. And then the fissure opened and he came through. So actually maybe bad stuff didn't come out of it. I think I just was panicking a little when I was telling you that story.
I'm just sitting there with my mouth open. With this,
Never mind.
Yeah. So how much do you know about grandmother Bells, about her past and her family tree?
I know she's a dragon. Do you know she's a dragon?
Yeah, obviously. But do you know anything else about her?
Okay, first off, all you bitches don't know this stuff, so I see you guys taking notes. I'm gonna be
I'm not
mad.
writing anything down.
I don't have enough ink in this pen to write down what just
I'm
Okay,
absolutely taking notes, but Ovi doesn't know. It's okay.
Okay, good.
Well, like, you know, she was talking about like Shadrax and like the other one whose name I don't know. But like,
Marcus.
she's like 1 billion years old, and she's one of the founders of Strixhaven.
Yeah. No, she built this. Like, yes, I did know that.
He built this city on rock and roll.
Yeah, literally rock and roll, growth and
And
decay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she asked me to fight for Witherbloom and showcase its power and advocate because Shadrax is still being a twat about it and trying to say that it's not a valuable school.
Did she tell you about the pink skink?
Excuse me?
Andrew needs a new pen.
what? Half my notes are just what?
Yeah, like the mobile snarl, the skink pink, the pink skink.
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
should write that down. This is my school.
I need so much context if I write pink skin down.
Yeah, like she told me about the snarls before we got here, and I guess they're all over the place. I mean, not all over the place, but there's more.
The
than
snarls or the skinks?
the snarls, but the skinks.
The snarls taste like snarls.
Hey, you're not here.
No, but the mobile snarls. I think at least there's one that's pink that she told me to find.
Okay, for what purpose?
I don't know. I just didn't know if you knew. But
Oh, no, she didn't tell me anything about that because we were busy getting our asses handed to us by Kithri.
okay. Well, I was watching a giant titan fly out of the ground, and I guess he's coming here. So
Wait, is there like a hole to the negative plane that he came out of?
yes.
Or he just like ripped out of the regular ground?
What do you know?
The Titan was just walking through the woods.
Oh, the Titan was just walking through the woods. I am sorry.
Wait. What day was this, approximately?
The day before I
And
came to
where
Switzerland?
exactly?
This would have happened the day before Bracken returned to Orchidshire.
Holy shit.
The day that he returned to Orchidshire. So it would have been the day after she and Hattie. It was the day after he left.
And how long was that before they all came here?
It was within a week. I don't know if I have it down to the day.
Wait, was Grandmother Bells with you when you saw this Titan thing?
She was.
Yes.
Okay. I was just thinking maybe these were happening at the same time, but that doesn't make sense. Do you think this Titan is why things were being weird in my forest and why Grandmother Bells was trying to get us out?
I mean, that would make sense. I mean, it sounds like he kind of destroys whatever's in his way.
Okay.
So, it sounds like we have a lot to do.
Yeah.
As
Hey,
well
wait,
as being
what do you know
involved in
about these
school.
pine cone amulets?
I'm sorry, what?
These necklaces we have with the pine cone, don't you have one too?
It's like half a pine cone and they fit together.
No, I don't.
One's a squirrel,
I
one's a pine cone.
feel around my neck. No.
Oh, okay. Well, Grandmother Bells gave me this pine cone amulet off of her neck, and usually it's just like a regular, cool, necklacey type of thing. But when we were in the woods, it was like gyrating and like swirling and like going totally crazy.
Maybe the pink skink was around.
Can we think of another name for that or develop a code name? Like that, it's triggering in a lot of ways and all of them are sexual.
If that was completely by accident.
I think it's hilarious.
Okay.
I will forever be just the pink skink.
Okay.
No, all Gran gave me, I think, was this tattoo. She motions to her head. And then I guess the gift of the skink, which I haven't found
Wait.
yet.
Did she give you any other gifts though?
No.
She gave me a wish spell.
Oh, she did, yes.
We can't use those on the campus though. That was like a whole thing. But we have a wish spell. We have 2 wish spells because there are 2 of us.
Yeah. I thought that's what the tattoo did. Is it grants us a wish?
I was told that it's to, quote, protect my mind.
And reality.
Oh, she didn't tell me that part, just the mind part.
Well, she probably told you, just didn't write it down.
Sounds like a lot more weight on you. Mine's just the mind.
Mine's and reality. So that's I think I'm just gonna. I think I'm gonna go to the library after the next trial, and I'll start researching demigoths. And I guess next time we come across this negative plane professor, I don't know. Maybe we. I mean, he obviously likes Gran Bella, so maybe we play up. Maybe we name drop her a few times, see what we can get.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
I don't want to, like, circle back to something we already talked about, but, like, Bracken didn't, like, say anything about me. Like...
Well...
never mind. No, it's fine. Never mind.
Well, he thought I was you.
I mean, like...
So, he didn't touch me or anything, thinking I was you.
That's too bad. Sorry.
He did think I was absolutely crazy for not remembering everything you guys got up to, but wouldn't go into detail.
Yeah, what is it?
So I hope you guys had fun.
I mean, it's, like, super not a big deal. Like, it's just, forget I even asked. It's, like, not even a thing.
Sounds like it's a big deal. Is he big?
One of you.
Is he
a big
big?
deal.
we didn't. I mean, we just kind of like had a moment, and it was like, I don't know. It was just before he left, and like it was kind of like this cliffhanger when he left, and like just feels like there was a lot just kind of left between us. And
but like, was it big? There was like always a thing in our like like little village about Bracken was always the hot one. Obviously, look at him.
Obviously,
you lucky girl.
Okay, like, but nothing really happened. Like, it kind of seemed like maybe there was a moment, but like nothing happened.
But nothing
and
was
so,
touched.
No, nothing was touched. We did say this really cute rom-com thing to each other that Jimmy and I didn't even plan, and it was like the cutest thing that's ever happened. But no, it was like one of those like interrupted moments, like I kind of wish I could go back and just like finish that time we had together, because I don't know what would have happened.
Well, maybe we stop the Demigoth Titan and maybe you touch it.
Freshman year.
Hormones are just through the roof.
It's like you sleep in the same building or something.
And I hope you guys have that moment, but I think we have bigger problems right now. But,
sorry, I mean, maybe not bigger. Apparently, according to what you're saying, and I don't know personally. I don't know. But, I mean, you're just saying.
I just want to know.
What? Just forget it. Just forget it.
As you continue on your way back to wherever you're headed next, which, well done, inspiration for such a beautiful, beautiful roleplay connection there. Garrett, as you head back to the dorms, you run into Jordy.
Oh, God.
My guy.
Damn it.
You can see that he really doesn't have any interest in a crowd, and his body language is dejected and confused, and you can just see this invisible burden on his shoulders. He's just staring at the ground, kind of walking aimlessly, but kind of ends up walking in your general direction.
I clock that it's him and like quickly like grab his arm and just like yank him to the side and like, dude, where the hell have you been?
Oh hi, Garrett. I was at Silver Quill today, and let me tell you, that was something real messed up, man. I don't know what to think about all that.
Do I know what Silver Quill is, Jimmy?
Yeah. By now, you know what basically have
By
a
now, Jimmy's told us
fleeting, right, it's one of the colleges.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
As you were.
Okay. Yeah. What happened? Like, because I haven't seen Jordy since the trial where he disappeared, right?
Correct.
I was like, what happened during that first trial? Like, you just like vanished.
Oh, that's right. Garrett, I don't know what's happening to me. I ever since I got here, I just don't feel like I'm in my right mind, and like this magic is also so new to me. I mean, I'm really grateful. So you remember the professor yesterday, Professor Joe Jira? He's been really, really helpful, and he really, really fought for me because I really messed up in there. I mean, I didn't even finish the trial, and yet somehow I think he's talked the deans into me staying, and I don't know, because that Silver Quill challenge, I did not do well in that either, but I don't know that. Should you then stay? I just don't know how I feel about this place. I mean,
can I roll like a, I don't know if it'd be insight or arcana, like is he like under some type of hex or something? Like I'm getting like just like weird vibes. I want to see if he's like
make an insight check. Yeah.
Okay. 10.
10. He looks really just. I will say with a 10, he looks a combination of frustrated, tired, and confused.
This is all very confusing.
What trial are we doing tomorrow?
Quandrix College is yours tomorrow.
Okay. I asked him, like, have you done the Quandrix trial yet? Like, what are you doing tomorrow?
A great question. Let me master notes. Here we go. Let me see. I'm actually really glad I did this. Yesterday he was with you at Lorehold. Today he did Silver Quill. What was your question? Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Tomorrow they're telling us that we got to go to the Witherbloom campus, which I think is the nature one. But I just don't even know, Garrett. Why am I here? I can't find anybody to help me. Did you know at the deans of Silver Quill College are an angel and a demon? Like yeah. I mean, and I asked again if this I asked this angel, surely a being of pure good would have some compassion, but they just told me the same thing. Nobody is willing to stand up to this demon lord that has my family, and I just don't know what to do about it. I just keep hearing this challenge that I'm going to have to get powerful enough. I don't even know what I'm doing. I disappeared. Did you know I didn't just disappear yesterday? I went back in time.
Whoa, where'd you go?
I went like I showed back up the day that we all showed up together. And I had to spend the night outside, and when I disappeared, I followed the group because I knew I was supposed to go to Lorehold, but then I'm already going to Lorehold the first I'd already been I don't know what is going on here.
How did you get back?
I was here at campus. What do you mean, how did I get back?
Like, how did you get back to now time? Or
I just relived the day.
Am I past me or am I present me? I'm confused.
Well, there's only one of me now because I caught up to myself. So you remember I did the morning. Just you remember when I lost my cloak? One rookie mistake. I did all of that, and then I disappeared in a trial, and I went back a day. So I relived that same day, and I was waiting outside the door for when the trial ended, and that's when the Professor Joe Gyra came and got me. But I was already gone from the trial, so I guess I don't know. It was like there was two of me for like a day.
It's fine. It's fine.
Don't know. I didn't do it on purpose. I promise.
It doesn't affect me. I just want to make sure you're not dead. I'm glad you're here. Have you heard anything any suspicious? I keep feeling like something bad's gonna happen. Something's going on that I don't know what's happening.
You mean beyond the people that kidnapped the Chancellor?
Wait, we know about that, right? We saw that?
Yeah, that all happened. That all happened on day one. Everyone, even Jordy was there.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I think someone's in trouble and someone's trying to come hurt someone and I don't know who to trust. I feel like I know I can trust you. You're harmless.
I thank you, I guess. Garrett, you're pretty much the only friend I've ever had. So, I'll try. I may not be very good at it, but I want to try. I don't have anything. I don't have any secrets.
Hey, I'm gonna help you, man. We're gonna figure out our magic together. Okay. I need to figure out my magic. I'm not good at this stuff. Things just keep randomly happening to me. I don't go back in time, but magic just happens around me sometimes, and I can't control it. That's why I'm here. So, if we're gonna help your family, if we're gonna figure out what's going on at the school, we need to figure out our magic first.
Yeah, that's probably true, but we got to get invited to one of these colleges, right? How all these people, they're so good at magic. Some of them have grown up with it, and I don't feel like I even know what I'm doing. I don't know how to cast a spell.
That's all right, man. We'll figure it out. Like, I think you're here for a reason. I'm here for a reason. I think we're supposed to be here. So I think it's going to work out.
Live, laugh, love.
Well, I'll definitely try. I do appreciate it.
But kind of keep your ear to the ground. See if you hear anything. Let me know, okay?
Okay. Sounds good. I'll tell you, I'd much rather hang out with you than Sirs. I was around him very long, but I just don't like that guy.
What? Tell me more about that. What?
Well, he wasn't very nice to me when I was at the shop, you remember, and he just kind of looked at me like I just wasn't worth much, and I was just as surprised as anybody to see him here. But I guess he does have some pretty good magic, so I guess he is in the right spot, but I don't know.
Don't worry about him. Just keep your distance. Okay, he's giving me the same weird looks.
Me too.
But I'd say just keep your distance. Don't trust him.
Okay, I won't. And if you have anybody else that I should trust or not trust, I could surely use the help.
Hey, I'm starting to talk to people. Ovi's good. Delta's good. MacGruber's good. Indigo, Hattie, all these people. We're doing these trials together, so I'm starting to make some connections.
I think you forgot one person's name.
All right. Well, thanks. I appreciate it. I'll catch you up. I just need to go on a walk and clear my head.
All right, man. Hang in there, okay?
Okay, you too.
I love you.
Blow him a kiss.
The last request that I had was, Andrew, you wanted to try and find Eliwick.
Correct.
Yes?
Yes.
I'm going to say that around dinner time, pretty much everyone on college, especially the lower level students, are findable in the space. And with pretty much, I won't even make you roll for it, with very little effort, at dinner time you're able to find her. She's sitting with some of her class, so some of the other RAs are there, and they're just kind of chit-chatting.
I'd like to approach the table and just clear my throat behind her.
She, I almost want to make you roll for this just for the awkwardness of it, but she pushes her, mouthful of food, just pushes herself back away, like jumps up again. She's a little bit shorter than you are. Kind of claps you on the shoulder, and she's like, "Hey, how'd it go today? Where were you?" You were at Prismari.
It went. That was the whole trial, right? It just goes and goes. I was at Prismari today, and
yeah.
I saw more planes today than obviously I've ever seen before, and
oh yeah, that's a doozy. You okay?
I think so. We had this guy with us, Mayhem. He kind of knew what he was doing. He kept an eye on us.
See a couple other girls at the table, kind of like pay attention when you drop that name. It seems obvious that his name has maybe come up in the upperclassmen.
Good for him already. It's been a crazy few days. I didn't know what to expect, and this is exceeding my expectations. I don't know for better or worse, but it's a lot. This is crazy, right? We all did this. You guys all did it. Everyone does all the trials.
It is. Let me put her up here because she deserves to be seen here.
She's giving me Zendaya vibes.
Yeah, for sure.
She's like, it's... I'd like to say it gets better. It gets different. This is the trial by fire. This is the hazing. Everybody goes through it. But you have more control after this, right? Right now, you're kind of at the whim of what all these people want to do to try and test what you're made of. But you remember what they said at orientation? They're trying to see if you're smart. They're trying to see if you can figure it out. You can learn magic. Magic is mechanical, and it does the thing that it's supposed to do. And if you learn the right pieces, you can put it together. They want to see if what you would do with it. How are you going to make decisions? And to be honest, they don't really care, right? You can do great things. You can do evil things. Like, they just want to see, are you going to help advance this? And you have all the skills to be able to do this. What are you worried about?
I don't know. I've never had this much free will before. I'm not at the estate. I feel like I'm losing myself. Like, you won't believe this, but I got mad the other day. I tried to put a fairy in my pocket. Like, that's not me. That's not mad.
It was the shepherd girl, right? Surely it wasn't the ranger.
Oh, it was definitely the ranger.
Oh, you are such an idiot. Why would you even try that?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. This place is making me lose myself. Like, I would have never. I thought I was in better control of my emotions than. And this is only the second day. I haven't even done. Tomorrow we're at Quandaries.
Gosh, wait until you encounter people that can manipulate those emotions. Like, it would be in your best interest to learn how to calm yourself down and learn how to protect yourself. I mean, that's really what you're going to learn to do this first year or so, is can you survive it? Most of the students that die here are first years because they don't learn how to protect themselves. And
that's what these cloaks are for, right? Like,
that's one free life. I'm not talking even about death. I'm talking about ceasing to exist. Like, not being able to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, do what you need to do to survive, but, I mean, be smart. But come on, look at you. I mean, you have these futuristic weapons that nobody's heard of before. You can conjure them out of thin air. Like,
I mean, I'm doing better than I've let. Like,
do you have Piper with you?
Yes. In collapsed form.
Okay.
But I'll wake her up as like I'm doing all right. Like, I got Piper here. She helped me. Actually, she helped me get some Mind Flayer Stinkhorn and Prismari.
That's awesome. That's really hard to get.
Yeah, so
that's
I'm trying to
really good. Hey, hang on to that. Like, not only could you make we could make some really cool stuff with that, but that's good bartering material too. People don't care about money around here. They care about stuff that's hard to get.
That's good. I was thinking about I didn't even think about bartering. Well, good thing I asked.
Just thinking about stealing.
I'd like to bring up. I'd like to ask her help now that she brought it up in the Mind Flayer Stinkhorn. Like, I'd like your help in making something.
Sure.
I kind of came in this group of friends. We did Lorehold together, and then we did Prismari, and they said we got to do all the trials together. Like, all six of us. Have you heard of that before?
Oh my God, y'all are the tattoo kids.
Is that what they're calling
wow,
us?
Nobody knows what to call it. What do you call yourselves?
Solid. I mean, like, I don't even, like, I know their names, and that's about as close as we've gotten, you know? Like, we haven't branded ourselves. Like, I don't even know most of these
literal
people.
branding.
Yeah, minus that.
I mean, we'll think of it. We got 5 more trials, or 4 more trials to do together.
You need to know, like, the deans and professors were really impressed by that. Like, I don't know how you got that, but that's some intense magic. And not just anybody can, like, protect their minds from being controlled, and really it's going to probably help with, like, any memory modification that might be tried on you or whatever. Like, it's going to let you hang on to your, like, that's a huge gift. Did you do that?
No. Did you ever meet Dr. V back at my parents' place?
Oh, yeah. He's been working with us for years.
Yeah. He gave it to me.
What?
I guess did it to me? I don't know. God. Like, happened to me?
You're so lucky.
I guess I don't feel lucky, but...
Well, as someone who's had to work a lot harder for everything, let me tell you, you should just take the win, all right?
Damn.
Does Ellie
Fair.
not recognize, like, Dr. B?
Oh, she totally does. Yeah.
Okay.
She knows that. So, I'm sorry, what's your clarification there?
Like, is Dr. B like a dragon?
He's like an Indiana Jones type, kind of like a ruffian outlaw man who is like my artificer mentor.
Okay.
That's what you and Ellie know, right?
Yes.
So Indigo does not know that, but
Yes.
well,
But I would like, Eliwick, I mostly, one, came to check in, just to let you know I'm doing all right, 2 trials down.
good. Anyone like? What have you done? You've Lorehold and Prismari. You like them? Do you like those schools?
Lorehold I liked. It was like an infinity loop, you know? It was kind of cool.
Yeah, the time.
And I got that, you know, it was like
Yeah.
portals, but in the same place. And Prismari, that was out of my scope. We were floating in space, and there was things forming and disintegrating, and lava, and I had to like jump in a river. It was crazy. I don't know about that.
Look
one.
at you, Mister. I never leave the estate, jumping in rivers and flying
Like
through
I
limbo.
said, I'm losing myself here, and I just,
Or you're becoming yourself. Come on, just embrace it. It's college.
You're right. I did go to a party.
You went to a party?
Well, like on
God.
accident, but I showed up.
I love
I was
That's-
invited.
Come back to me when you get plastered. And hey,
Still counts.
just so you know, like, there's a lot of substances that float around campus. Just be careful, you know? Have some fun. Don't, who am I looking at, right?
Always in moderation.
Have some fun. But, you know, some of them are better than others.
If they exist,
Doesn't
Rampart
worry.
has them. I know. I will deal with that.
Delta needs to get her hands on some drugs ASAP.
But I would like to.
But you want to help me make? You want to make something?
Yes.
What are you
I
thinking?
was hoping something to help me. Some of my friends keep doing this weird eye thing, and they're like talking telepathically in front of us. And
Oh,
it's
cool.
kind of rude because like did it so much, it was pretty obvious to the room that like.
Oh my god.
So, is there any like thing I could 2 for 2? Anything that could help me with like telepathic, like eavesdropping?
Ooh. It's like listen in on their... So you don't want to talk to them. You just want to hear what they're saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would just talk out loud, like.
Interesting. Huh. Well, I mean, that Mind Flayer Stinkhorn would probably... Like, if you have one, I could play around with it.
I have more than one, but yeah.
Well, I just need one. I mean, I know how to use it. But
I mean,
I'd have to... That's a really interesting... I've never seen anything like that before. But yeah, of course we could. We could make something like that.
Yeah, I just figured if we're going to be these 6, like, as a team going through the trials, we should probably not be
Well,
doing
I
one-on-one
mean-
communications
Oh
in
my
front of each other.
Mind Flayer
God.
Stinkhorn lets you read people's thoughts. Like, just eat it and you can do that. But you want to do it, like, whenever
On
you
and
want.
off. Yeah, I kind of want, like...
Yeah, you don't want to waste it if you
I'm
only
not
got a
a big-
couple,
I'm
right?
not a big-
You need to turn it into a reusable resource.
Yeah.
You're not going to probably be able to do it always. But, like,
Yeah,
for,
like
you know, in a
few
couple
times
days...
day, yeah.
Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 times a day that you could for maybe
That'd
a
be
minute or
plenty.
so.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you're coming to
So
Quandrix.
I like pat Piper on the head. I'm like, Piper, Mind Flayer, and pulls one out. And I was
Can it be under his hat?
Yeah, yeah. Eliwick, you go. Like, I trust you.
It's like a little wet.
Obviously, I go to.
It's soaking wet. Please, when he pulls the hat off,
Just water, yeah.
water gushes down over his head.
I said, I trust you.
All right. It might take me a couple days. Again, I'm real busy this week for the trials,
I
right?
also have the trials.
And you're coming to Quandrix tomorrow, so yeah, get ready. This one's going to be fun. Quandrix doesn't do it the way that everyone else does. Like, everyone else is big into competitions and trying to outshine yourself. Like, really, come and do what you do best. Solve problems, brainstorm, make strategies. I can't give anything else away, but just for what it's worth, like, don't come to Quandrix and try to win. Come to Quandrix and try to finish and try to do it. I don't know how else to say it, but
Yeah.
I think that'll help.
I appreciate it. I mean, I didn't want to pry. I know that's not your place to tell, but
Well, we are sworn a little to secrecy, but, if you do end up coming to Quandrix College, though, I'll be your RA, and, the rooms. So you're in the freshman dorms right now. Those are the most unimaginative, bland, asylum-y stuff. So when you get into your college, your rooming spaces are amazing, and you can make them whatever you want. So just hang in there.
That reminds me, I signed my name on the Artificer Club thing. Are you in that?
Yeah.
Is it cool?
Oh, yeah. It's great. I mean, we do stuff like you were just talking about. Like, we just try to figure it out.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. We meet next week. No matter what college you are, you're welcome to join.
Perfect. I thank Eliwick for her time and then apologize to the table for interrupting them. Make my condolences and...
make a perception check or insight check, whatever works better for you.
Insight. 16.
16. At least one of the girls at the table, checks you out as you walk away.
Oh, my God.
Brutal. That's happened twice to me now with this college, and I am not dealing with it any better the second time.
Are you just confused?
No, I'm big, have to marry someone for, political gains type of romantic interest person. Didn't realize, I would have a choice in that. But just... Who knows? We'll find out later.
I realize we're doing a lot of conversation, but we are getting through a lot. The last conversation I have on the list was you two, Delta and Indigo. Do you want to talk now, or do you want to talk? Do you want to head back to the dorms and see what's going on there?
I would probably head back to the dorms and hopefully run into Indigo there.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm going to talk to her at the dorms.
Okay. Well, do y'all want to talk real quick, and then
Sure.
I think we'll have time to do something a little fun before we call it a night. So you two go ahead.
Hey, Indigo.
Yeah, Delta, hey.
Hey,
Hey, girl.
Hey. It's been a really weird... Would this have happened after my conversation with Hattie?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow, it's been a day.
I was thinking, you mentioned having a Graham Bell. That wouldn't be short. Bell wouldn't be short for anything, would it?
She's just my Graham Bell.
But this Bell name sounds familiar to me. Belladros.
Oh, yeah.
Is that her name? Belladros Witherbloom?
No, I don't know.
You can do an insight check if you want. If you're going to do an insight check, you have to do a deception check.
What I said, Graham Bell? I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure
I think she's going to insight check you, so you have to do a deception check.
I think you guys said that in front of all of us when you parent trapped each other.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
My life. I'm burning my inspiration.
12.
Can I burn my inspiration?
You want to burn it on this?
Yeah,
Sure.
100%. So do I have to beat a 12?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
With deception?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jesus.
Oh boy.
Not much better. Hold on. Put me under skills.
Yes.
11.
11. She's lying.
Yeah, Graham Bella. She's my grandma.
Okay, and her
Well,
her
that
full
part's
name
true.
Is Belladros Witherbloom?
She's my grandma, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
What does this
That's
have to-
really cool. I've
What does this
been
have to
wanting
do
to
with
talk to
anything?
her and ask her about something that used to belong to her. Do you think maybe there's some way you could introduce me?
Yeah, I mean, whenever we get to Witherbloom,
She's there.
well, yeah, her name is Belladros Witherbloom, so
Cool.
I figured you probably knew that if you knew her name was Belladros.
Just a train wreck.
I didn't know that founders lived at the school, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, she spent a lot of time with me and apparently my sister Hattie, who I just obviously met. Honestly, my day's been a train wreck. I'm just trying to figure out, is Vera a good person? He invited me to room with him because I'm rooming with, the Bloodhound.
Oh, that's kind of a weird change of subjects, like kind of abrupt, honestly.
I just don't want to talk about my family anymore today. So, it's been a heavy day. It's not on you, Indigo. I'm sorry. But I would be happy to introduce you to my grandmother.
Okay, cool.
When the time comes, if she's at Witherbloom.
Yeah, thanks.
I don't think she's there all the time.
Okay, yeah, the sooner the better, honestly. I've got a lot of information to find out.
Okay. What information? Like,
I just want to know about, her history. She's been around for a long time. I thought maybe she might have some answers.
but haven't all the other founders? Like, I don't see you hunting them down.
Yeah, well, you don't see me all the time. I didn't know you knew any other founders.
I mean, I might.
If you do, I'd love to talk to them too, for real. Okay, so Varric started out, just a normal guy, who I was doing business with. But then he kind of like between me and you, he kind of just went behind my back in front of my face and just started doing business with, Javi, that really shady, annoying guy.
Oh no.
Javi and Jordy, the Jays.
Yeah, the worst. And Sirs too, for some reason. So yeah, I just didn't get this good vibe from him, and then I don't know, he wanted me to do a job that had to do with some sort of ritual that was going on insert night date.
Oh, fuck.
It was probably it probably was date-wise would have been before all of your madness happened.
Okay.
You were one of the earlier ones. We'll
Okay.
put it that way.
Wait, he wanted you to be involved in a ritual?
He wanted me to prevent a ritual.
Jovi? Sorry, Javi?
Vieric.
Varric wanted me to help prevent a ritual, and he needed some sort of, between you and me, he needed some sort of gem. And I got that gem, but I don't know. As badly as he wanted it, I got a vibe that maybe he shouldn't have it. And when I didn't give it to him, he accused me of dark magic. So that makes me think that he's into some dark magic stuff.
Oh my god, okay. Wow, this is a lot more than I was bargaining for tonight.
Had a lot of time to think about what I was going to tell you.
I think Delta's pen's going to run out of ink here. Damn, you're getting all the gossip.
If you forget, I'll try and remind you.
Oh my god, I've just been info dumped. Indigo equals dark magic?
Equals not dark magic.
Equals / through the equals.
I have so many equals.
So,
or Varric?
I don't know if dark magic is the right word, but yeah, some scary ritual
something
that was going to have something bad happen specifically.
It didn't have anything to do with, I don't know, creatures or...
Cultists trying to summon a demon into the city.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What cult? Is it a cult that Varric's involved with? I absolutely can't stay with Varric now.
I'm wondering, or maybe he's not involved with it, but he's involved in some other bad cult.
But Varric knows.
So I was able to prevent that bad cult thing from happening because I have the gem. But then
Do you still have the gem?
Because I got the gem, yeah.
Do you still have the gem?
I know where it is, yeah.
Okay. It's not here, though, is it? Is it
why,
safe?
Is that a problem?
No, I just want it to be safe. It sounds like it's maybe powerful.
Oh, yeah, I know that it's safe. But,
Okay.
Varric was looking for it, behind my back, through my things, That's why I got so mad that night. But, anyways, I wouldn't trust him. He's very deceitful, though.
Man, I don't know.
I wonder if he has a prick in his finger if he was staying in the same room as that other person.
He might just be a prick,
For sure.
It sounds like either. Again, I've learned a lot. Thanks for telling me all that. I'll definitely get you in touch with my grandma.
Thanks. And yeah, this is just between you and me. I don't know who all to trust so far. So
Yeah, no, that's... yeah, absolutely, you can trust me. I'm sorry I tried to lie to you earlier.
That was weird. It almost seemed like you forgot your grandma's name.
Now that we've been super cool for the last 4 minutes, that was
Grandma's
super
name.
weird when I was not being super cool.
Yeah, that's all I know about Varric. I would just do what you can to keep yourself safe, because obviously he wasn't safe last night, and you were.
That's true. That's what Garrett said. It sounds like Sir sucks. And we all know Jordy sucks. Garrett sucks. Oh.
Ouch.
I don't. It's good that obviously we all have these tattoos, so that has to connect us some way. That's a good sign that we can trust each other. So.
Yeah, if you had to describe this connection, like, by naming it, which is coming to your mind right now?
The connection?
Yeah.
Oh, like
if you're
like the group of people that you're connected with.
The silver stats, the
silver stats,
the sleuths.
That's cool.
But sorry, what was that?
Just the onomatopoeia of.
I was trying to combine silver and
it's
tattoos.
TLS.
Yeah, I mean...
The snake version.
They all sound stupid. I don't know what we're going to call us.
Yeah.
But obviously we're bound together in some regards, so...
Yeah.
Probably need to think of something cool.
Yeah, you're cool.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm not going to room. Thanks for the info.
Yeah.
As the two of you end your conversation... Three floors above you. As you are approaching the dorm. 3 floors above you. A boy comes flying out of a window and plummets and lands face first on the ground in front of you and stops moving.
Shit, let's go investigate.
Wait, for us?
Yeah, right in front of you.
Fuck, I don't want to do it.
I'd love to watch a fairy try to pick this kid up and just...
I want to see who it is.
It is not a boy that you recognize. He fell out. Do this. Why don't you both make medicine checks for me, just to see what your instincts would tell you about how hard he hit the ground.
6.
14.
He broke most of the bones in his body, likely.
Shit.
However, after about 5 seconds, you hear all the bones in his body start to stitch back together. And he sits up. His pupils are super dilated as he looks up, and he goes, "Whoa!" And you see a couple of faces look out the window and are just like, "Ah!"
Oh my god, this place
He
sucks.
barely is able to get up. And he kind of stumbles in. He has holes in his clothes from where his ribs popped through, and his face is all bloody. But
who's looking out?
He seems okay. No one you recognize, but it is on your floor. So, sorry, it's not a person we've named. Let's say that, but it is other students in the mass, just the faceless people. As you walk into the dorm and begin to head upstairs, you just hear. Commotion. It's not loud, but it is just a lot going on. And I'm assuming, for the sake of narrative, all 6 of you arrive at the same time. Right? Why not? The hallways are not full, but you do see students moving between them, and it is a toga party.
Yes!
And you see people wrapped in sheets, loincloths, drapes, hair all done up. The one person who isn't dressed there is an elven figure that you recognize who comes out
and they're undressed?
No, they are fully dressed in dress you saw them in earlier today. They walk out of a room you now know as Mayhem's room.
Wayo!
Her hair is not quite as put together as you left her. She kind of steps out, kind of smooths out her dress, looks at you all, and then just kind of looks beyond you and begins to walk past you to head downstairs and leave the building. A second or two behind her, you see Mayhem shirtless, with his kind of Aladdin pants on, lighting a cigarette in his doorway.
Yes.
That doesn't really seem appropriate for an RA to be
What a
alone in a room
heartthrob,
with a student.
Is like anybody getting sleep tonight? That's my.
MacGruber would like to walk up to Mayhem and just go, How do you do that?
Just...
Do what, you asshole?
How much do you need me to explain to you?
What do you need me to show you?
Mayhem's definitely up for round
I would
2.
say
After
more
cigarette.
more than you're willing to tell me, but less than I'm willing to hear right now.
Was Delta
Like,
round?
Step 1 is loosen up a little bit.
Jesus.
Come on. People are having fun. Go have some fun, man.
I've had fun before, for sure.
As you look down the hallway, you see that there are 3 open doorways that people seem to be walking in and out of, and a room at the end of the hall where you are hearing more than talking. You are hearing spells go off and kind of cheers and raucous as people are making noises at the end of the hall.
I look to Mayhem and go, I can have fun. I'll go have fun. And I beeline to the loudest room in this hallway.
At the end of the hallway? Mm-hmm. All right. At the end of the hallway, you find a room that has been completely cleared of furniture. This is more like it's not a bedroom. It's kind of more of a quad, like just an open area. And you see 4 of your classmates, all dressed in togas, these 4 specifically. They, right as you walk up, you see all of them have these little vials. They all inhale something from these vials.
Yes.
And you see their eyes all go into this rainbow of colors. And you see someone shouting from the outside, 3, 2, 1! And the 4 of them go berserk. They start firing off spells at one another, but none of it looks to be on purpose. It's like they're looking one way and a spell goes off another way. One of them kind of does the thing they need to do for a spell, but nothing happens. Bank does this amazing like front twisting double flip and then falls flat on his... Did I just fling a pencil on the other side of the room? Falls flat on his face. Moxie is there, and you see her... she throws out her hands, and these 3 shadows of these black birds just kind of go fly around the room and then hit all 3 of the guys in the face. Javi has a whip out. He's able to snag Bracken out of the air. He flings him across the room, smacks into Bracken, like slides down the wall, Looney Tunes style, turns around, and then poof, this like purple mist flies out of his... They're just literally beating the shit out of each other.
Macklin begrudgingly looks to his left, looks to his right, sees no one that he recognizes, and is like, this is what having fun is. So
there's a table full of vials if you would like...
Would just walk in and grab one. And
now, do you want to get in on like the next round of this?
Yeah.
Or you want to jump into the
I feel
fray?
like there's 4 of them only doing this, so there's rules which he likes. Mm-hmm. So he's just like, I'm in next.
Okay. Let's pause that right there, because this thing... Where are the rest of you, and what are you doing?
I assume I am also walking around just absorbing what I can see.
Okay.
Yeah, like I guess I want to see what's going on and make sure it's not going on in my room.
I will do you the favor. None of these things are happening in any of your rooms. Remember, there are 30-something other students that we haven't named that are also a part of your freshman class.
Sorry, I'm looking at this.
So I can tell you what's in each of the rooms if you want to go inspect a particular one. Okay.
Yeah.
So the first room that you see, so that's at the far end of the hall, right? First room that you come in past Mayhem's room, you see actually Ollie and Jordy in there.
Nope.
And a number of other people. They are it's a dark red potion that they are drinking. You see Jordy really anxious to do this, but it's kind of a 1, 2, 3, and they all chug this. You see this sense of confidence come over every single one of them. You also now notice that this is the room with the broken window in it.
Yep.
And you start to see everyone in the room start to say things of an I think I'm invincible nature. And their eyes go dilated and they all look around. You see Ollie sprout wings and fly out the window, come back in, fly all the way through, and fly headfirst into the hallway door, like through everybody, enough to break his neck. And he slumps to the ground, and then click, 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 click. All of a sudden, he heals and looks around. He's like, whoa, wow. And you see his eyes are dilated there. He kind of just sits on the floor and kind of takes in everything that he just experienced.
Nope.
I want to look and see if he has any back on his finger.
What does Jordy do?
I was going to say, is Jordy with that potion just like a normal person now?
No, he's kind of, you see him where a lot of this invincibility is kind of getting people to be reckless. This is, for the first time, you've seen him calm down a little bit. It's like his anxiety had to come so far that just being in a room and putting his head up and smiling is the most invincible he's ever felt.
I think Garrett probably just goes up to him to be like, dude, you all right?
Yeah, man. You gotta try this stuff. I feel incredible. What should we do? I could do anything right now. Here. He grabs a vial and like hands it to you. He's like, you gotta try this, dude. It feels amazing.
I'm gonna take it and just like put it in my pocket and be like, I'm good. Like,
What a square.
You have fun. Just don't do anything stupid. And then I back out.
A girl in the room, all of a sudden, like shape changes into a saber-toothed tiger.
Yes.
And just pounces on Jordy against the wall. And you see him, like, without fear, start to cast, like, spells against it to knock it back. Nothing, just cantrippy kind of stuff. But you see for the first time, and it's not this power hungry, for the first time he's feeling like he belongs here. That kind of confidence. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Across the hall, you see a much more subdued room. Rampart is there in the sitting on a bed. You know, his large body is just taking up most of it, and his trunk and one of his hands is just pawing at the air in front of him, and his trunk is just kind of going around. And you see Zenmoira there and her pixies. Two of the pixies are kind of doing this slow, really clumsy waltz dance kind of through the air. Another one is just kind of nestled in Zenmoira's hair, and she's just kind of petting it. The basic way to describe it, everyone seems to be on an acid trip.
Yes.
Right, in this room, like super chill.
Yep, that's where Delta is.
That's where OV is too.
So it's these little tea bags that you just kind of crack open like a what are those little lights, the little neon glow sticks. Thank you.
Yeah.
And you just sniff it, and you can have a good time for about an hour.
Do these things have any effect on you the next day? Like
Who are you asking that question to?
Have I ever seen it before? Do I know this as a person?
Why don't you make either a history or a nature check?
15.
15 what? History or nature?
History.
History. These look very similar to street drugs. That you grew up in a big city, you at least know of them. I'll let you decide if you've ever used them before.
What's your hangover tolerance?
The last room that you see, just so you have all your options, and then you can tell me what you want to do, is Mayhem's made his way down after he finished his cigarette. And in there you see a candle burning in the middle of the room. There are not a lot of people. As a matter of fact, I think it's just these three. Sirs Caraway, so she's the pirate girl with the one hand, the mage hand, and one peg leg. And Mayhem's there. As soon as he goes in, he sits down by the candle. Caraway, you've seen her present very confident and charismatic. You see her eyes are closed. She's sitting cross-legged kind of on the floor with her kind of peg leg. She has her brow furrowed. You see her like she is concentrating very, very hard. Sirs is in a full flop sweat. And you see him kind of actually shaking a little bit. And every once in a while he's just... you would get the impression that he is scared out of his mind. Mayhem sits down and takes a deep inhale of the smoke from the candle. You see him kind of get into this namaste phase, but you begin to see a sheen of sweat come over him as well. Kind of this deep focus. Those are your 4 rooms. How would you like to have some fun?
Delta would definitely go find Zenmoira.
Okay. She starts singing with you as you're there, and just
What room is Lorraine in?
Lorraine is not participating in this. There's if you want to do an investigation check, you can see who's present and who's not.
I would like to assume that Obi's in the corner now, high on acid for the first time, and just slowly playing like little scales on his instrument. And, like, see the colors.
The waltzing pixies come over and they kind of like dance to your music.
This is beautiful. If Delta sees Obi partake, I think she'd feel as safe with Zen and Obi around.
This is a bad decision. This is a terrible decision.
Okay, well, she doesn't know that. So
apparently neither does Obi.
So I need you both to make Constitution saving throws.
Okay.
I did not see that. Oh, that's pretty good.
yeah, 15 plus
8.
8. It's you, Delta, with that 15. You have a great
18
time. Your thoughts are happy. It's
it.
it's colorful. Zen just has the smoothest skin, and the pixies just glow, and it's so beautiful. That kind of experience. Ovi, what starts off really, really great, you get very nauseous.
Okay.
After your fingers start to slip on your strings a little bit.
Yep.
You're still seeing colors, but your body's kind of hanging on for dear life.
Okay.
You're not necessarily with it enough to not have a good time.
I mean, it would serve him right if it was a terrible trap.
Anybody else? Before we get back to... No? Not participating? Hattie Garrett?
I feel like now that Delta said that thing about Bracken, anytime I see him, I have to make a Constitution saving throw to see if I, blush or not.
Excellent. He is at the end of the hall, and he is fucking hot. I mean, he is fighting as a fairy against a huge bugbear, a gorgeous tiefling, and Javi, and holding his own.
It's all very sexually confusing.
You see MacGruber there with a little vial ready to jump in the next thread.
Oh, I'm going to stick around and watch this shit. That's going to be fucking hilarious. I'd like to just generally be around, but I'm not going to partake.
Okay. God, I really wanted you two to just go at it. Your call. All right, then MacGruber, roll for initiative. 3 people you don't know, because I'm not going to play 3 characters with complex spells. I'm just going to improv it a little bit. You hear someone explains the rules to you. It's 1 minute. What you're inhaling is a potion actually called Biza's Breath, and it basically forces the confusion spell on you for 1 minute, which means before you do anything, you have to roll a d10, and that decides what you're allowed to do that turn.
All right, so my initiative is 12.
Okay, they all rolled higher than you.
Tight.
For that. Right. So I'm gonna, since they all go, I'm gonna get. We don't have to play out this whole minute here, but let's just have some fun with this. And let me open up that spell here real quick. Confusion. All right. One of them just runs across the room. So let's say you have there's 2 girls and a guy that are with you. Let's differentiate them. You have a tabaxi that looks like him. Let's do it. Let's just pick 3 of your characters from the last campaign. So you're fighting him and who else? Who else do we have? Amelia.
As a giant flea.
And
is slinging fire at you.
There you go. And Mirabelle. So we're gonna say don't let this embarrass your characters too much. The flea let's say the flea flies across the room with no real intended destination. Just try. You can see her trying to do something, but she can't. And the creature uses its action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within a reach. So Mirabelle slaps you across the face.
Yeah, she does.
What do you want to do? Roll a d10, and I'll tell you what you can do. 9 and 10, you can choose what you want to do.
7.
So you use your action to make a melee attack against a random creature within your reach. I will let you, for the sake of this, I'll let you do spells if you want. But what are you going to do?
I feel like in a duel after Mirabelle slaps me, I would also just can return the favor.
So I get to, it's random, so we're going to roll to see who you hit.
So that's my goal, is to just return the duel favor, and I'm just going to open palm through the room.
Okay, sounds good. Make an attack.
Alright.
Amelia, sorry, who did I have? Then I had...
natural 1.
Hem and Mirabelle.
You miss Mirabelle, who is the one that you shot for, miserably. Hattie, it is, the most humiliating deal. So let's see what they do next. 6, 6, and 9. So the flea is turns around and hovers there. You see all of its limbs moving, but its wings won't let it change its location. So that's the 3, 7 is so Hem is going to make a random attack against somebody. For kicks, do you have dice out, Shelby? You want to make a roll for me for him?
I'd love to. What am I rolling?
Just roll a d20 and we're going to have a random attack.
14.
14, what's your armor class? Because
I'm 16.
16? So I'm going to say that I'm actually going to have you do a save for this. And we're going to say that a spread of, pick an element, air, fire, cold, lightning, thunder. What do you want, Shelby?
Fire.
Fire. Whew. Fire goes out to the room. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Dirty 20.
Okay. So after you do this swing and a miss, you kind of fall flat on the floor as this fire flies over you. And then Mirabelle jumps into the fray. She's going to grab you and him and basically smack your faces together. We're going to do 2 more rounds and then call this. Roll. It's your turn next. Roll a d10.
Yeah. 2.
A 2. You use all your movement to move in a random direction. So I'm going to say that as you get up off the floor, you just start doing this like slip and slide as you run across the room. I'm going to say you hit the flea because why not?
You couldn't miss it.
The flea kind of just swirls its body and smacks you against the wall, not because it was attacking you, just because it moved. Him is going to stomp the ground, and an earth tremor is going to go out.
Wow.
Everybody starts to, even everyone else watching in the room just kind of falls to the ground, and then Mirabelle rolled high again, and this time is going to go after the flea and see about kind of taking the flea and throwing it against the wall, kind of
I know.
Bada Bing style. Your turn. Last one.
All right, last one. Big boy. 5.
You don't move or take actions this turn. There we go.
After everything that's happened, he's frozen in time.
The flea finally rolls a 10. The flea is basically going to jump from head to head to head, knocking everyone to the ground because it's a giant flea. Hem is going to pick up Macklin and just like bang your head on the floor a few times. And Mirabelle, who finally rolled very, very low, is going to try to do a roundhouse kick and do a complete 180 and fall on her ass.
Damn.
As slowly all of you are sitting there in your respective places, you come to realizing you're kind of hurt but not hurt, and everyone is cheering really, really loudly.
Macklin from the ground just like raises his hand very confused and like looks for anyone wanting to make eye contact.
There are definitely a few girls and one guy that are willing to make that eye contact.
And then he starts talking to them.
Then telepathically communicates them. The first person Macklin catches eyes with, he just like locks on and just like stands up and is just like glowing like this is what having fun is. What happened?
So the girl you made eye contact with takes that as a sure, go ahead, and comes up and grabs your face and kisses you in front of everybody.
Oh.
Man, I pull back, just under my breath saying, I wish Mayhem was here to see that.
Fair enough. So we're at time. That was just hopefully a little bit of fun, but there are substances on campus that you can get if you want them.
Love it.
We'll say that unless I feel like we got plenty of conversations. Let's just call this the night. You can log a long rest if you even took damage today. And in the morning, we will head to Quandrix College for your next trial.
I'd like to not get blood pricked overnight.
Okay. Yeah, any precautions you want to take? Think about them. We can start with that next session with that. Was there anything that you particularly wanted to do for your sleeping, or if you wanted to sleep somewhere else or whatnot? Remember, we're off next week. Y'all are out of town, right?
Yep.
Correct.
And so we will reconvene in 2 weeks, which...
The 4th?
Is that
Yes.
the 4th? That's
Yeah.
into April, right?
Yep,
Yep.
April.
Okay, sounds good.
Cool.
Perfect.
Thanks,
Good to see you
everybody.
guys. Have a good night.
Cool.